What's up, everybody? Big Turtle here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Glad y'all could make it out. Hope y'all enjoy the videos. Took a little bit of a hiatus, but we're gonna get back on the grind. Today we're gonna be talking about Rainbow Six Siege, kind of my warm up to games before ranked, comp, whatever it may be, just to kind of get me in the zone for Siege. And some things that can actually help you improve throughout your gameplay. So it's going to be kind of like a terrorist hunt guide, and a few things before I do terrorist hunt though, and we're going to get into that. So 3 things that I like to do before I even touch the game. I like to go through human benchmark for about 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. I like to do the little lilac chaser gif, which we'll get into for about 2 minutes-ish. And then I like to do some hand stretches, and that's something that a lot of people don't even talk about, but they're good for fighting against carpal tunnel, and it just really gets your hands loosened up for the game. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on the human benchmark. I kind of want to touch on that really quick. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just try and benchmark how fast you can, how fast your reaction time is. So on this website, what you'll be doing is you'll be hitting the box, and then you're trying to get it from red to green. So when it turns green, you'll click it as soon as possible. And I will link all of the links down below. So basically all you have to do is click it and then wait for green. I'm pretty sure that was bad, but I accidentally clicked the wrong mouse. So I like to keep mine around 170 and below. I think average is like 215 milliseconds, but I try to keep mine 170 below. That way I'm really in the zone and I kind of know what I should be expecting in the game. And yeah, that's kind of the summary of that for as far as what I do. And I do that for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then I hop on this lilac chaser gif, and I will link this in the description as well. But basically, this is helping with your peripheral vision as well as your focus on like crosshair placement. So basically, you're just going to stare at this thing that kind of looks like a crosshair, and you're going to stare at it and focus as hard as you can and try and make the purple dots disappear. The longer you can stare at it and the purple dots disappear, the better, but like every time you blink, it does kind of unfocus. So this is just something to be expected. But I try to do that for like a minute or 2 just to kind of get my head in the game. And that may be all like in my head, but that's just something I do. Another thing that I like to do is hand stretches. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but I think they're pretty useful, especially if getting my hands loose. That way when I'm on the keyboard, I'm not like really stiff and can't reach the keys or whatever it may be. So for my hand stretches, I like to do like little hand rotations clockwise. I do that for about 30 times. And one way, and then I'll go counterclockwise, and I'll do it for about 30 times. And that's just one thing that I do. The other thing that I like to do is I like to put my thumb down and then just kind of piano roll my fingers over my thumb, and then release and do that. I do that about 15 times on each hand. So make sure you're loosening up every hand. It looks a little awkward on this hand because this thumb was jammed like a long time ago. So that's just a few things that I like to do before I hop into the game. But switching gears here, let's hop into the game. Let's run some terrorist hunts. I'm going to kind of give you my routine before we actually hop into ranked. Okay, editor Jaimie here. We're going to make this quick note. Number 1, if you play the music, don't shoot to the beat. It's gonna make you worse in the long run, trust me. Number 2, don't try and worry about your life or play your utility drone. Don't do any of that. Just the goal is to become as good as you possibly can. We're working on the fundamentals here, so crosshair placement, the ability, muscle memory. That's what I'm trying to think of. Sorry, I said. So yeah, don't waste your time worrying about your life or anything like that. It's terrorist that you have a limited amount of tries. We're just trying to warm up, try and get better as fast and as physically as possible. This is the best alternative, especially if you don't want to go buy an aim trainer or anything. I like this method a lot, just using the terrorist hunt to your advantage. Obviously, you have to kind of make it up as you go because the terrorist hunt isn't exactly formally made for training. In my opinion, they could definitely do better on it as far as an aim trainer goes. But this is like the best method that I've found so far that works for me, and it's worked for a lot of my friends that I've recommended it to. So with that being said, if you're a new player, definitely try this out. I would definitely give it a shot. It's going to really help you build that muscle memory without getting slammed on the game and getting upset or making you want to switch back to the controller or anything else. If y'all have any tips for me, please leave them down in the comments. I'm also going to take this moment to say, please hit that subscribe button, the like button. Be sure to comment down below what you all think of the video. Give me some suggestions for other videos, tips you would like to see. With that being said, Editor Jaimie is out, and we're going to get back to the video. Alright, so moving forward into our terrace hunts here, I got a little infographic of how we're going to do the terrace hunts for the most part. Our first terrace hunt is just going to be playing normal, warming up the hand, trying to get our shot on, and it's just going to prepare us and set us up for the future of our next few terrace hunts. Our second terrace hunt is going to be headshots only. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just you can use full auto, nothing fancy, just shooting heads. Number 3 is going to be one taps only, so we're going to be hitting headshots. That's going to help with precision as well as crosshair placement. We're just really trying to work on crosshair placement, obviously, in Terrace Hunt. It's kind of the main goal, becoming more precise and comfortable with our sensitivity for sure. Number 4 is going to be flicking the head only, and I'll roll some clips that kind of give that more in depth, but it's just flicking the head. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Could be micro, could be 180s. It's really up to you how you want to do it. Number 5 is going to be one tap flicks, so obviously flicking to the head, putting our gun on single fire and just flicking to the head. Number 6 is going to be quick scopes only. This helps on our crosshair placement so that our crosshair placement isn't like all over the place. And then number 7 is going to be ADSing, and you're just ADSing the entire time and you're in the building, and that's pretty self-explanatory. This just helps with crosshair placement because that is one of the biggest things in this game in general, is having a good crosshair placement and being comfortable with your sensitivity. And running terrace hunts and just getting familiar with the game is one of the best ways to do it. So any terrace hunt after that is just really going to be helping us warm up. You can play different operators with different sides or different attachments, however you feel like doing it. I personally do a little bit of Sledge, SMG Action, and Sophia, and just some operators that I think I'm going to be playing for the night. So that being said, let's hop into some clips and hopefully we can get a better understanding of how everything is going. Okay, quick disclaimer, I did forget to record my audio while playing the game, so I'm just recording over, no big deal, but there might be some delay in my speech compared to the game, or I may get ahead of myself. So just be aware of that. I don't write any scripts for these kind of things, I just kind of wing it because it's kind of my day-to-day vibe. But assuming if you've run through the first terrace hunt, you're just playing normal, kind of warmed up your hand, we're going to be hopping into the second one, and that's just going to be flicking with your gun on auto opposed to the one tap. We'll get to the one tap next, and we're just really trying to hit headshots here, trying to get our crosshair placement for the headshots. That pretty much sums up the first terrace hunt, so let's roll into the next one. Alright, so our next terrace hunt here is just going to be hitting one tap headshots. We're going to be throwing our gun on single fire and trying to flick to the terrace hunt, or the terrace heads. I don't know why I keep saying terrace hunt, but you're just flicking to the terrace head, kind of like so. Doesn't have to be anything huge, no 180s or anything crazy. We're just really trying to work on the micro adjustments, crosshair placement, and just flicking in general. So kind of like what I'm doing on screen right now. Doesn't have to be anything insane. You're just gonna run through the building, do one of those, and yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Just being sure to flick as much as possible, or just trying to be sure you pay attention to your flicks. It is super important that we're not paying attention to health, we're not playing our life, trying to waste all our utility or whatever the case may be. We need to really be focusing on what we can be doing to help our gameplay, opposed to trying not to die as many as times. So keep that in mind as you go throughout all of these. I also super recommend not moving on to the next terrace hunt until you complete this one. So let's say you died on this one, you would just retry it until you get it down, and then you would go on to the next one. Okay, so this one's going to be another self-explanatory one. We're on terrace hunt number 6, and this one's just going to be quick scoping. I know a lot of you have probably phased it up back in the day playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2. All the quick scoping snipers out there, you know what I'm talking about. But right here we're just going to be quick scoping. We're trying to hit the heads, just really working on crosshair placement. Trying not to ADS for too long, that way we can really work on getting our crosshair placement on the head throughout the entire match. It's pretty self-explanatory. That's literally all you're going to be doing, is just trying to quick scope the enemies. don't worry if you mess up. Like I've said before, just try and push through it. Don't worry about your health. Just focus on the task at hand. All right, so let's roll on to the next one. All right, so the last terrace hunt that we're going to be focusing on is just going to be ADSing the entire time. It's just important that you stay ADS whenever you're doing these. That way, you're getting the ability to flick onto the enemies. Alright everyone, that is going to be the end of the Terrace Hunt Guide video. I hope you all enjoyed, maybe took something from it for sure. If you're new to the game, I really hope this helps. If you're not new but you're struggling to aim, really hope this helps you too. But I do appreciate y'all checking out the video. Don't forget to like button, subscribe. I also stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around 7:30, 8:30. Around that time, so be on the lookout for that. My Twitch is Big Turtle Games. It's going to be linked below in the description, as well as all the links I used today. If y'all have any other questions about me, about the video game, anything I can help y'all out with, that would be really awesome. Let me know what kind of tip videos y'all want to see, or any ways that I can improve the quality of the videos, because I really want to make as quality of a video as I can, because I want to make a video that I would also like to watch. So let me know your thoughts on that. With that being said, y'all have a good day, and peace.